Howdy folks, Matty with Gulf Coast Fit in the Tierra Atitlán Underground. I'm in the middle of a chest day. It's Monday, International Chest Day, so I'm hitting the pecs and I'm combining chest with shoulders, which is a fairly common split for upper body. People like to couple chest and shoulders, pecs and delts, and I think that can be a good idea as long as you go about it gracefully and intelligently. And if there's one thing all of us gym goers are known for, it's for being graceful on our chest days. Joking. Anyway, to combine chest with shoulders effectively, I think your supersetting or coupling of exercises should require a bit of thought, a strategic thought, so that you get the most out of your workout. So this is my secondary pressing exercise today. I'm going with some incline dumbbell chest presses. I'm using the fat grips to make it a little harder. I'm doing slow negatives with a pause at the bottom of the eccentric, explosive on the way up, no pausing at the top. That tempo allows me to facilitate more tension in the pecs. Then I'm going to hop right to an isolation exercise for the shoulders, specifically more of the medial to posterior deltoids. And that's the key here on these couplets or supersets. I'm doing a chest press exercise, and then I'm switching off and supersetting that with a smaller isolation type of posterior delt exercise. That way, these two lifts don't coincide with each other. They don't butt heads with each other. There's not much posterior delts utilized on your incline chest press. So I'm supersetting the chest and the anterior delts with the posterior to mid delts. And that is a smaller accessory type exercise. So let's give you an example here. Going 8 to 12 reps on my compound exercise, 10 to 15 reps on my rear delt raise isolation exercise. Right on the target there. I got 10 reps, and that was more like technical failure, didn't hit absolute failure. I'm going to go right into my rear delt lateral raise exercise. 10s ought to do me justice here, if you're doing them right. I'm using an incline bench here, as you can see. My palms are rotated slightly inward, so I've got more of a pronated grip than a supinated grip. I'm raising out wide, straight away from each other. I'm spreading, contracting at the top, controlling the eccentric. I'm not swinging at all. And I'm really focusing on my posterior delts, even though the medial delts are utilized to some extent here. But this variation of a shoulder raise fits right into our chest and shoulder day without taking much away from our primary lift, which is this incline chest press. I'm going to speed up the tempo just to milk it for a few more. That's all I got. Now, could I go swinging 25s if I wanted to? Yeah. But doing those strict for about 15 reps, 12 to 15, 10s, it was money. So, you don't want to rest too much here. Get right back into your primary lift. Your superset exercises that don't butt heads for a reason. You can hop back and forth with minimal recovery time. Try to maintain that slow tempo again. Nice pause at the bottom. Got 9 there. That's how you know I'm being honest with it. I don't get a pretty number like 8 or 10 or 12. When you stop on an in-between rep like 9, you can be more certain that you are being honest with it. Right back into our incline posterior delt raise. Now you don't have to use a bench. You can just hinge over and do this unsupported. But I've got the bench and I'm using the same angle. So I'm using this convenience. Also helps me isolate more, less herky-jerky from my lower back. Takes my lower back out of the equation completely. Again, 10 to 15 reps. Yeah. I do believe those rear delt raises are not impeding on my pressing performance here on these incline presses. Other than maybe keeping me out of breath a little bit. That's fine. Not super fatigued. We're not running sprints. Third and final set here. Let's see what we got. Barely eked out 8 there, so I got 10, 9, 8. I'm happy with that. If I got 12, 12, 12, that'd be a little more suspect. Or did you really take it to 12, honestly? Or did you just stop at 12 because that was the end of your target rep range? If you don't quite hit your target reps, I trust you a little more with your effort and the weights you selected. Remember to keep the thumbs slightly in, rotated inward, the pinkies pointing outward, not to swing at the bottom or at the top. Now it might not look like it, but I'm trying to get a good contraction at the peak. I'm probably resting a little too much at the bottom. Just to get them in. And I would not consider that swinging because I wasn't bringing them in and out like that. So there you go. That's an example of how you can intelligently and effectively combine your chest day with your shoulder day. You want to couple your chest pressing exercises with shoulder exercises that are predominantly targeting your posterior delts. A little bit of mid delts is fine too, but not so much the anterior delts. You don't want to wear those front delts out for your next set of bench press, incline press, or whatever your primary chest exercise is. Doesn't mean you can't add in some anterior delt work if you want to at the end of the workout, but stay away from coupling anterior delts with your chest presses. You don't want the limiting component of your bench press, which is targeting your pecs. You don't want your front delts to be limiting you, so that's not intelligent training. So give that a go, have fun with it, stay strong, stay safe.